Hey there, welcome to Rise and Thrive. How's your day going? I know, sometimes that question feels like it's poking at something deeper. Maybe worry, hope, just a quiet sigh. But that's why we're here, to dig into life's big why questions, using first principles thinking to strip things down to their core truths. At Rise and Thrive, we're all about finding fresh, multi-layered perspectives on the challenges we face every day, helping you live with purpose, clarity, and a spark of inspiration. So grab a coffee, settle into your favorite spot, and let's dive into today's episode together. If you're tuning in to soak up new ideas, spark some growth, or just unwind with a good story, podcasts like ours are a great start. But have you tried audiobooks? There's an app called Audible that's a game changer for the American market. It partners with top publishers to deliver the latest bestsellers, exclusive titles, and timeless classics from authors across the globe. Every audiobook is narrated with a voice that brings the story to life, paired with a sleek interface and crystal clear studio-quality sound. You can download Audible and listen to the first chapters of any book for free, perfect for dipping your toes in. Plus, beyond audiobooks, Audible offers guided meditations and sleep stories. These are soothing narratives designed to ease you into restful sleep, complete with calming scripts, gentle background music, and relaxation exercises that can have you dozing off in minutes. I'm betting audiobooks could be a transformative experience for you. Give it a shot to see if it resonates. In the description for this episode of Rise and Thrive, we've got a little treat, a free audiobook of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Download it and listen while you wait for our next episodes to drop. It's a small way to keep growing, one story at a time. Now, let's get to the heart of today's episode. Have you ever wondered if you'll end up alone forever? It's a thought that creeps in, especially when life throws new chapters at you. Graduating college, starting a career, hitting your 30s. Each stage comes with a flood of questions, from friends, family, even strangers. What's your degree in? Landed a job yet? A few years into work, it's got a partner? When's the wedding? Once you tie the knot, it's kids on the way? Your parents must be itching for grandkids. Society loves its timelines, boxing us into milestones. Degree by 22, stable job by 25, married by 30, family by 35. We see these questions coming a mile away, but answering them, that's where it gets messy. Deep down, all these questions chase one thing: stability. But what does real stability even mean? Maybe you felt that pressure, the chatter of coworkers, the nudging from family, the Instagram posts of friends hitting milestones while you're still figuring things out. It's easy to panic and rush into choices just to keep up. Ever picked a job, a partner, or a path just to silence the noise? We've all been there. But here's the thing. Society's version of stable often skips the most important part: peace. You can have the job, the ring, the house, and still feel unsettled, like something's missing. Stability without serenity isn't stability at all. Let's talk about that pressure. It's like society hands us a script. Go to college, get a degree, land a 9-to-5, meet the one, get married, have kids, buy a house, retire happy. Sounds nice, right? But life doesn't follow scripts. Maybe you switched majors 3 times, took a gap year, or are still job hopping at 28. Maybe you're single at 35, or married but not ready for kids. In every family gathering, someone's asking, "So, what's next?" It's exhausting. Those questions aren't just curious, they're loaded with expectations, implying you're behind if you don't hit the marks on time. But let's flip that script. What if stability isn't about checking boxes by a certain age? What if it's about building a life that feels true to you? Psychologists like Dr. Meg Jay, author of Redefining Decade, argue that our 20s and 30s are critical for shaping our futures, but not because we need to race to marriage or a corner office. It's about investing in yourself, your skills, your passions, your relationships, so you're ready for whatever comes next, whether that's a wedding, a solo adventure, or something else entirely. Stability isn't a destination, it's a feeling of being grounded in who you are, no matter where you are on the timeline. Think about it. Society's milestones are just averages, not rules. The U.S. Census Bureau says the median age for first marriages is now around 30 for men and 28 for women, higher than ever before. More people are delaying marriage, focusing on careers, travel, or personal growth. And that's not failure, it's choice. Yet the pressure persists. You see friends posting engagement photos, baby showers, or new homes, and suddenly you're wondering if you're behind. Social media amplifies it, flashing highlight reels that make everyone else's life look perfect. But those posts don't show the messy middle, the fights, the doubts, the sleepless nights. Let's get real about marriage, since it's often sold as the ultimate stability marker. We grow up with fairy tales, princes, white dresses, happily ever after. As kids, we dream of our wedding day, picturing the flowers, the vows, the perfect partner. But when the moment arrives, when the veil goes up or the suit's on, sometimes the excitement fades. That dream you had at 10 might feel more like fear when it's real. Because marriage isn't the end of a story, it's the start of a new one. A happy beginning, as some call it. It's two people, flaws and all, building a life together. And that life, it's not always easy. You don't have to look far to see it. News feeds are full of stories about divorces, infidelity, struggles like postpartum depression, or even abuse. Even the perfect celebrity couples, with their million-dollar weddings, hit rough patches or split. It shakes your faith in forever. I'm not saying marriage is doomed, far from it. But rushing into it to meet someone else's timeline, that's a recipe for regret. A 2023 study from the Pew Research Center found that 30% of Americans who divorced cited rushing into marriage as a key factor. Love deserves time, not haste. So, what's the alternative? Prioritize you. Your single years, whether you're 20, 30, or 50, are a gift. Use them to grow. Dive into books. Audible's got thousands, from self-help like Atomic Habits to novels that spark your imagination. Build financial independence. A 2022 survey showed 60% of Americans feel more secure with personal savings than a ring on their finger. Travel, even if it's just a road trip to a new city. Explore hobbies, painting, coding, hiking. Every step you take to know yourself better prepares you to meet someone who fits your life, not someone else's checklist. And when you do find that person, a good partnership won't feel rushed. It'll feel right, no matter when it happens. Here's a story to bring it home. I had a friend, let's call her Sarah, who felt the pressure hard at 32. Everyone around her was married, posting baby photos while she was still single, working as a graphic designer. Family dinners were a minefield of, when are you settling down? She started dating someone decent just to quiet the noise, even though her gut said he wasn't the one. A year in, she ended it, realizing she was happier alone than in a relationship that didn't spark joy. Instead, she poured her energy into her art, took a solo trip to Colorado, and joined a local book club. At 35, she met someone who shared her love for creativity and adventure. They're engaged now, not because she had to, but because it felt like the natural next step. Sarah's story isn't about waiting for the one. It's about building a life she loves with or without a partner. That's the key. Your life isn't a race. Everyone's on their own clock. Whether you're 25 or 45, single or partnered, every chapter starts when it's meant to. Marriage, divorce, staying single, none are crimes. They're choices. And no choice is inherently right or wrong as long as it's yours. What matters is having a plan for the long haul. If you choose marriage, know it's a journey, not a finish line. If you choose singlehood, embrace it as freedom, not loneliness. A 2021 Gallup poll found 40% of Americans now say they're happy living solo, higher than ever before. Happiness isn't tied to a status, it's tied to purpose. So let's circle back. Do you still worry you'll end up alone forever? Or can you see now that alone doesn't mean lonely? It's about crafting a life that's stable in the truest sense, rooted in self-awareness, growth, and peace. At Rise and Thrive, we're here to remind you that your timeline is yours. Don't let society's script rush you. Keep learning, exploring, and thriving, whether solo or side by side. Thanks for joining us today. Let's keep rising together. See you in the next episode.